Now we just follow the question list that I sent you yesterday.
Sure.
All right. So the first question is, what do you think that make Uncle Roger's restaurant stand out compared to other restaurants?
Well, first of all, it's because it's Uncle Roger. There's no other Uncle Roger restaurant.
Yeah.
It's his very first restaurant in the world, not just Malaysia. So I think, because he's such a famous personality and, he's always, talking about cooking and criticizing other people's cooking. So the fact that he has a restaurant, I think makes it very exciting for people to go and try, because they're curious. So, if you compare it with maybe other celebrities who have restaurants, I think this is more interesting, only because a lot of people want to see whether he can really make fried rice.
Yeah. Okay. So you mean because of Uncle Roger?
Yes, I think because it's not just that he's like a celebrity, but because he keeps talking about fried rice. He's famous for fried rice, right?
Mm,
He's always that's how he became famous by criticizing the way that, the Westerners make fried rice.
all right. And so do you have the second question is that have you adjusted your service or menu to cater different customer demands? Because I see some previous comments on the videos that they are talking about the MSG.
Right, right. Yes, yes, we have. I think initially, we're not even like 3 months yet. So initially we tried to accommodate all the different comments. And then what we found was that at the end of the day, you cannot please everyone. Everyone has different tastes.
Yeah.
So like we had our stat SOP, like this is how we were supposed to make it. And some people said it was too salty. So then what we did was we reduced the salt, and then people were complaining that it's too bland. And then we had some people saying it's not spicy enough, and then we made it a bit spicier, and then now people complain it's not, it's too spicy. So, I think at this point in time, we've managed to find the balance of what our customers are looking for and also what we feel that our brand, identity should be.
All right. So last time we tried your fried rice, and
Oh, you tried it.
yeah, we tried. We tried the
Okay.
kimchi and original one.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's pretty
When
good.
was this? When were you at the restaurant?
I guess it's on Monday because we are
Oh, just
afraid that
recently.
yeah, we are afraid that too many people are waiting in the queue, so we went there on weekdays.
Ah, yes, yes, a
Yeah,
smart
and
move.
it's
Yeah, yeah.
around 2 to 3 p.m. That still
Okay.
a few people queuing. That's very famous.
Ah,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, the lines are not as bad now, but yeah, we still have a steady flow of people. And yeah, it's a pity you didn't try it when we first opened because I feel that the taste has improved since we
Okay.
first launched.
Yeah, I think the MSG is not thirsty after you finish the meal. So yeah, it's good.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, like I said, everyone has a different taste. Some people prefer it less salty, some more, so it's hard to please everybody, but we try to keep to our original idea of what the taste should be.
Mm, okay, that's good. All right. And let's come to the third question is what successful marketing campaigns have you implement and how have these efforts contributes to increasing your sales?
Okay. I think I'm sure you're aware at the start, our marketing activities centered around, launching with a big bang. That's why we did the Guinness World Record event, which was very successful. But that was more to sort of shout out that we're opening.
Mm.
And since then, we've collaborated with, people like Alan Walker. I'm not sure if you're aware. Recently, we
Yeah,
did a
I
collaboration
saw
with.
the video that Alan Walker
Yes.
came to the restaurant.
Yes, yes. He was actually there for a surprise as a waiter, and that was great. It
Ah,
gave us a lot of publicity. In terms of that's more sort of marketing when it comes to branding, to creating awareness and publicity. When it comes to marketing to directly increase our sales and dine-ins, we've been doing things like, for example, no, we are currently running a promotion for the children's kids meals where with every kids meal you get a chance to take get Uncle Roger's lucky ball. You know, you this it's like you can win something, so kids are excited. The parents will buy the meal for them. That's one way. We recently did another one with where for every 100 ringgit you spend, you get a free ticket to this immersive exhibition called Alice Saves Wonderland. And we
Oh,
actually ran out of tickets because, it was quite successful.
oh, so you have
So yeah,
yeah.
sorry?
So you have also prepared the like children meals because I didn't saw.
Yes, we have kids meals, and one of the marketing campaigns we're doing right now is the surprise lucky ball. Like every kids meal gets a lucky ball, and they
Oh,
can win things like lollipops, merchandise, and we've got like 5 golden tickets to meet Uncle Roger himself.
oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
All right. And also I see some surroundings like some
Mm-hmm.
shirts
Some
and
sorry, some what?
shirts, the orange,
Shirts.
orange shirt.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
the surroundings for sale as well.
Yes, yes, we have merchandise.
Mm,
And of course, the merchandise is also part of our branding and publicity efforts. We see people walking around town, with our Fuyo t-shirts.
yeah.
We have lanyards as well, and we are producing more different types of merchandise like keychains, bags. So yeah, that's been doing quite well.
All right. And the next question is, does the restaurant employ distinct marketing strategies to attract international tourists, especially for those unfamiliar with Angkor Roger? Because actually, before I do this assignment,
Uh-huh.
to be honest, I don't know Angkor Roger. That
Right.
because of this assignment, I was like trying to saw him video and know his
Okay.
restaurant. Yeah, I think for some of
Right.
because now in Malaysia they have many Chinese students. Maybe they are not
Right.
very familiar with Uncle Roger, and for these kind of tourists, so what
Right.
is your marketing strategies to attract these tourists?
Yeah, I mean, right now, to be honest with you, we haven't sort of gone out to the people who are not so familiar with Uncle Roger. And maybe that would be in the next phase of marketing.
Mm,
To start off with, of course, we're picking on the low-hanging fruit, meaning to say that we are attracting people who are familiar with Uncle Roger, who are excited to come try his restaurant. We have a lot of international tourists, especially in Pavilion. There's a lot of tourists there. So most of the tourists who come to our restaurant already know Uncle Roger. They're familiar with him, and
mhm,
that's why they're there. When it comes to people who don't know Uncle Roger, I feel that will be like the second or third wave of marketing because, it would be more a case of, oh, what's this Uncle Roger? Who is this guy? Why is it so viral? Why is it trending? Oh, I'm curious. I want to go try it myself.
yeah.
Um, so that's how we plan to approach it. I don't think we will like have to go and do a whole awareness campaign of who is Uncle Roger, just to attract them because I think the fact that our restaurant right now is probably the most trending restaurant in the country,
Mhm,
that is already making people who don't know who he is, they're already curious. Like I remember that when we first opened, there was this old Chinese couple who was walking by the restaurant, and then they saw the long lines, and so they were saying, "Wow, what's this restaurant? Who's this Uncle Roger? It's like so famous. We must come here and try it, right?" So they
all
didn't know
right.
who he was, but
Okay.
because it was like long lines and everyone's talking about it, that's why they were curious to come and check it too.
Okay. So I have a question. Is the long line also a part of your strategy marketing?
Honestly, no.
No. Okay.
People think that we intentionally make the line so that we can get better publicity. No, honestly, no. We don't like sort of do anything to sort of make sure there are lines.
Mhm,
Initially at the start, as with any new restaurant, we needed to get used to the flow. I think we did not anticipate the volume of fried rice dishes that we would sell every day. I think we were averaging about, 700 to 800 plates of fried rice per day. And the staff was also very new.
mhm,
So, it kind of delayed everything. People had to wait a long time for the food. And as a result of that, the queues were longer as well. And everybody wanted to be the first to go try it.
yeah.
So that's why the lines were long. So now the lines are not as bad on the weekends. It's quite long still, but in no way are we sort of implementing any sort of like, like I know there's some eateries will purposely even pay people to queue up, right?
Yeah.
To create this sense of popularity. But no, we don't do that.
So people are really like Uncle Roger and like your family.
Yeah, yeah. In fact, we feel bad, like, for people who queue up for a long time, especially at the start, we feel bad, because they're like young kids, the elderly. So we were even trying to figure out, a system that could speed up the queuing.
Okay.
And I'm glad to say that the lines, even though they're lines, but they're very fast moving lines. At the most, you have to wait maybe 10 minutes, at the most 20 minutes on the weekend.
Yeah, I see some comments that like waiting for 1 hour for your fair rice. Some people say that.
You're talking about the lines or inside the restaurant?
I think it's queuing in the queuing for like 1 hour. Some people say it.
Yeah, I think we no longer have that. Even on the weekends, I don't think it goes up to 1 hour. It's much faster now. I think
Okay.
maybe the early days you had like 1 hour, but now even on weekends, I would say 20 to 30 minutes is
All
the
right.
longest you'd wait.
So,
Yeah.
do you prepare something as return for those people waiting for a long time?
Yes, actually what we do is for people who are waiting outside, there's a line, our staff actually give out free ice cream.
Oh,
So,
oh, that's good.
yeah, so I mean, we should have done that from the start when the lines were really long, but there's something that we just started doing, I would say a few weeks ago.
Um,
And like I said, the lines are not that long, so it's very, very manageable right now.
all
I
right.
think it was more at the start. Everybody once was curious to try Uncle Roger's, so everybody wanted to go at the same time.
Yeah.
And I think some people waited 3 hours during the first week of opening.
Yeah, so here comes to the next question is that how do you balance the internet celebrity image with the long-term positioning of your brand? As you said before, just now, that
Uh-huh.
uh, the the streams like just pop up and then now it's no longer to wait for a really long time, something like,
Right.
right?
Hello? Yes.
Uh, can you hear me?
Yes, okay. Yes, yeah, I can hear you now. Yeah, so basically, yes, we totally aware that, initially, of course, everyone is excited to try Uncle Roger's restaurant. There's a lot of hype, so to speak,
Mm,
and it's very viral. But in order for a business to sustain, the longevity, you cannot just ride on hype because hype is a fleeting thing.
yeah.
So we ride on the wave of his popularity and the fact that people go there for him, but after that, like we see people are coming back the second time, the third time,
Mm,
because they actually enjoy the experience. They enjoy the food, they enjoy the customer service, the whole ambiance. Especially children, they like coming to Uncle Roger's. So what started off as the hype, people will come for the hype the first time if you've never been. You'll come because you're curious, and then the hype, and then
mm,
they like the food, and they like the experience, and then they'll come back the second time. So our long-term plan is to create a dining experience for people that's unforgettable, that they enjoy. It's not like dining in any other restaurant. It's a place where they go, they have good vibes, the music's good,
mm,
and the food may not be, okay, five-star Michelin cuisine, but it's tasty, it's savory. We will be adding new things to the menu as we go along. We will be adding also more sort of like what you call it, marketing strategies, like things that you contest. So we will try to sort of stay trendy and relevant to, what the market wants.
okay. So you will be focused on your like dining environment and also up
Yes.
your cuisine. Like I
Yes, because
see.
it's a
Oh,
whole experience. It's a dining experience. We understand that, we're not saying, okay, come here because it's Uncle Roger's restaurant and he's famous. Because if we were to just to rely on that, people just come once and then,
yeah,
not again,
yeah,
right? So that's just important. We want our restaurant to be, for people like you said earlier who don't even know Uncle Roger. They
yeah.
will come to our restaurant maybe out of curiosity and they'll go, oh, the food is good. It's a fun place to dine. And then they come back again, even whether they know Uncle Roger or not.
Mm, okay. And the next one is in this highly competitive uh, landscape of internet famous restaurants, so how do you
Hmm.
sustain the long term? Uh, I know with the Uncle Roger's like comedian or others,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said earlier, we cannot sustain it just on his popularity of being a comedian. We need to deliver something that diners will find of value, like whether it's the food, the ambience, the whole experience. We have to make them feel good, like after they've left the restaurant, that, oh, this was a fun experience. I'll go back again. I'll bring my kids, I'll tell my friends about it.
Mm,
That kind of feeling, in order to set it apart. It's not one of these fly by nights, like let's just open and then, in a year's time, we close shop and move on. We want it to be, if you if a good example would be like a McDonald's or, a KFC, these fast food chains that become a brand that people know and love. So it's coming out with things like Happy Meals, and different things that attract kids. And we have to reinvent ourselves, constantly to
mhm.
make it unique and exciting and feel different each time.
All right. And yeah, and actually, I love the environment in your restaurant, and all around is like the orange colors with
Yeah.
Uncle Roger's famous
Yeah, all his icons and his
yeah.
trademark images. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. This is why, like let's just say you don't even know who Uncle Roger is, like you're not very familiar, but you walk past the restaurant and it's very attractive and eye-catching. You go, "Oh wow, what's this?" So then you're curious to go in, and it's music, and the food is, hey, it's pretty decent, it's not bad. So this is the kind of I think these elements are what can actually make the restaurant a success, because you know even if you don't know Uncle Roger, it's just a fun place to be at anyway.
Okay. So
What do you think of the food? Honest opinion.
I love the fried rice. And
Yeah, really? Which one did you try? The kimchi or?
I try the kimchi because I like spicy. And
Uh-huh.
yeah, I also add some duck meat.
Okay, the smoked duck.
Yeah, I
Okay.
think I think this is good. You also prepare some meat to increase your how can I say that? Uh, oh, let me check. I forgot the word.
You mean to upsell?
Yeah.
Y- Yeah, I mean what we do is with the topping, because we also want to give people the flexibility and the choice, like you if you want to just order plain fried rice, if your budget only allows for plain fried rice, you can at least try the fried rice. If you want to go fancy, you can get the unagi, you can get the garlic shrimp. If you want to, don't want to spend as much, you can just get the fried egg. So we wanted to make it flexible for people. And what I would highly recommend is for people to try the non-spicy fried rice, just the egg fried rice, because that is, I think you can really taste the wok hei there. The kimchi fried rice, personally is not my favorite because I don't like kimchi, but
Oh,
I know a lot of people like it. And then you've also got the spicy one, but the spicy rice, you can't taste the wok hei as well because of the chili.
mhm.
So next time you go, you should try the non-spicy fried rice.
And my friend tried.
Yeah.
Me with
What
three
did
people, two
yeah, three
of us.
people. What did
Yeah,
they think of the food?
they love it as well. We just empty
Oh,
all the things.
oh,
Yeah.
wonderful, wonderful. Yeah. Yeah. We
I
don't
mean,
have a big sorry, so we don't have a big menu, but so we can focus on, giving really good quality dishes. So yeah, but there's enough different, dishes that you can actually come by and try different things each time.
mhm. And what I mean is that you prepare some like a meat, fish,
Uh-huh.
additional dog. These kind of things
Yeah,
also increase your average order value. That is
exactly.
yeah. Because
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
most of the fried rice are only around 18 ringgit. Yeah, if you add some food, is then around
Yes.
yeah around 30 something like that.
Yes, I mean, like for example, you can get I think the basic egg fried rice is 16 ringgit, and then if you want to add the garlic shrimp, that's 18 ringgit, and that's before tax.
Mhm.
Again, we're giving people the flexibility to fit their budget,
Yeah, I think
yeah, so I think this works well for people. So, it's quite amusing when people say our food is very expensive. First of all, if you were to go to the food court at Pavilion, you'll find that some of the stalls there are even more expensive than at the food court.
mm,
Um, and people forget that at the end of the day, you do also pay for a brand. It's like buying a designer handbag. and a bag, at a Chinatown, Petaling Street or something, right?
Yeah,
You at the end of the day, you do pay for the brand and the whole experience. So you cannot compare it to, say, Uncle Soon's fried rice.
yeah. All right. And the last question for today is, has the restaurant identified that typical traffic patterns of internet famous restaurants? And how do you address
Sorry,
this phenomenon?
but sorry, what do you mean by that question? Like, have we? Can
Uh,
you repeat that?
has the restaurant identified the typical traffic patterns of internet famous restaurant?
Uh-huh.
Like rapid for I'm not mean Uncle Roger for others.
Okay.
Some of the restaurant like they got a rapid raise in popularity and then followed by a potential decline. Something.
Right. Yes. I think, those restaurants, I mean, offhand, I can't think of any in Malaysia, maybe in the US, I can think of a few celebrities who've sort of opened up restaurants that didn't do well.
Yeah.
I think maybe their business model kind of solely relied on the popularity of the name, the celebrity,
Mm-hmm.
without actually focusing on the value added sort of what service or food that they could give to the diners. The experience, again, I'm talking about the whole experience.
Yeah.
That, regardless of whether you know Uncle Roger or not, you will come to the restaurant because it's a fun place to be.
Yeah.
We could call it, Uncle David, for example, and people will still come there, because it's a fun place.
Oh, this is a funny thing. So last time we go to the restaurant and we see a white people sit beside us and
Uh-huh.
he's alone. And we just because also this is part of my assignment that I need to ask
Uh-huh.
about the customer reviews on your restaurant.
Okay.
So we just
Okay.
like make a chat
Uh-huh.
with that people, and he is also named as David. Really,
Okay.
he called
Did he
David.
know who Uncle Roger was?
Yeah, and he's a very big fans, very huge fans of Uncle Roger, and he's from Los Angeles.
Ah, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and he's really interested in Uncle Roger's comedian. It,
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I mean, of course, we're going to attract people who know Uncle Roger, like they love him, so they want to come to the restaurant. Like I said, that's like the first wave, maybe the first and second wave of customers. And then eventually you're just going to have people who don't know him, they don't care about him, but they've heard a lot about the restaurant, so they come out of curiosity. And
yeah,
then, you're going to have regulars because they like coming there. So, that if we can sort of succeed in that consistency and delivering good food and service, I think that will sort of carry us long term. I know there are a lot of haters out there who say, oh, I'll give them 3 months or a year, and it's just the hype will die down. And of course, as with any business, the hype will always die down,
mm,
because hype is something that is trending. It's not long term. Hype is short-lived hype. But a value, service, consistency, that's something that's, long term. And that's what we are striving to work on.
yeah. But actually, the haters is also a kind of traffic. So don't worry.
Yes, exactly. They say any publicity is good publicity.
Yeah,
So, in a way, they're doing us a favor because they're making it like all the negative reviews are so bad. So people are curious, they still want to come. And then when they try to go, hey, it's not as bad as I thought.
they
So
will have
they
like
come with
second
low
time.
expectations and then they're pleasantly surprised.
Yeah, second time, third time, and also they're curious about Uncle Roger. Then
Yes,
it's
yes, yes.
and
Yeah,
also
it's funny. Yeah.
yeah, and David told us that Uncle Roger is very famous in the US.
Yes, yes, because he lives in LA.
Mm,
And the irony is that even though Uncle Roger is Malaysian, but he's more famous outside Malaysia,
yeah.
because he's lived a long time there, and he started his comedy career in the UK and the US. So yeah, people know him, I think only from his YouTube videos and not really his stand-up shows. But that's another thing that we plan to build as well. That in Malaysia at least we want to build his popularity a little bit more.
Mhm.
Maybe he will do some shows here when he comes back. So yeah, so a lot of things to do. There's a lot of fun things that we can work on.
Okay. So Uncle Roger now is the only one in pavilion? Only pavilion.
Yes, we are actually opening another two outlets this year, next month. One at IPC and the other one is at My Town. And
Oh,
then we have another outlet opening in January. It's in Shah Alam. It's in a mall called Central ICT.
you're planning to have another two, two new places.
Yeah, I mean that was the idea. The business model was to sort of open many different outlets.
Mhm.
And it's a bit like like what you see. You see McDonald's everywhere. You see Pizza Huts and KFC. So, the idea was always to kind of expand and spread the brand across not just Malaysia but beyond Malaysia.
Mm,
So yeah, well, a lot of work needs to be done, but at least we start with the toughest market because Malaysia is definitely the most challenging market when it comes to F&B.
yeah. Uh, and recently I saw Uncle Roger's video. He also got some comments on like fried noodles, pad thai. So are you
Uh-huh.
also do you have this plan to get some new dishes like fried noodles or something in the future?
We actually have fried noodles already on our menu. We have a fried noodle dish, but yes, we are adding to our menu as we go along. Some of them will be permanent, some of them will be festive, like we'll have it during Chinese New Year only or during Hari Raya. But we're definitely going to be adding more to the menu.
Oh, you mean some dishes are exclusive only for that festival?
Yeah, some will be just, like a promotional period. For example, Chinese New Year, we're going to come out with a special dish, but it'll only be available for that period. It's a bit like, McDonald's does a prosperity burger, but it only
Oh,
comes out during that period, right?
okay.
So
I
we
got it.
plan to do things like that.
All right, then I will just go again. Chinese New
Oh,
Year for
yes,
special
definitely.
dishes.
Yeah, yeah. In fact, you have to come by more often, try the different, items on the menu.
Yeah, I
Have you
think
tried our gyoza?
gyoza.
We
Uh,
have gyoza.
no, I don't think so. I only tried
Yeah.
the fried rice last time.
No, no small bites, no sort of like the crispy chicken or some we have other things. We even have fries. We
I tried
we
the
have lots of
beverage,
different things.
the
Sorry,
lychee beverage,
what is that?
lychee beverage.
Okay, the drinks, the drinks.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
I
the
tried
kids like
that.
the drinks.
Yeah,
Yeah, so we have a lot of new things coming up planned, and we will be throughout the year coming up with different things. So we make it still, an incentive for people to go back again.
yeah, that's good. All right. Thank
Okay, well, I hope you
you.
and your friends come back again and check us out, especially when we open our new outlets.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah, no worries. If you have any questions, you can just WhatsApp me.
All right. Thank you so much.
No worries. Yeah, good luck with
Have a nice
your
day.
what is this? Is this for a paper you're writing, is it?
Yes, it's assignment. And
Okay. Good luck with that.
okay, thank you so much.
No worries. Okay,
Okay,
bye-bye.
bye.